everyone, this is Suzanne and God Crochet and Chatter. Welcome back. And I see I had some more new subscribers. I want to thank Seta at Seta's Place for the shout out. I truly appreciate that so much. At God Crochet and Chatter, we talk about God, crochet, and then chatter. During the week, we do a Bible study. We've been going through the Bible in a year. I hope you decide that you like it here and that you decide to stay. Make sure you have that subscribe button pressed, hit that like button, and please, by all means, leave a comment below. I appreciate them so much. Okay, let's get into today's lesson. Now today we read Numbers chapters 14 through 16. Tomorrow, chapters 17 through 19. And we have started week number 9. Now this information will always be in the drop-down box below in case I forget to mention, like yesterday, what chapters we were to read for today. But never fear, it's down in the drop-down box. All right, let's get to our study. Well, it's a sad state of affairs to say the least. Children of Israel are once again complaining that they're afraid of this land that was inhabited, that they were going to be murdered, and they didn't trust in God again. In fact, 10 times since they left Egypt, they have complained 10 times. Not enough food, not enough water. We should have stayed there. It was better for us. Oh my. God was very displeased with them. Israel once again became fearful, and Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all of them. And Joshua and Caleb tore their clothes. They pleaded with them to trust the Lord. Can you imagine? You're just almost pulling your hair out, like, trust the Lord. Come on, guys. Look at everything he's done for us. And 10 times you're complaining. Come on, guys, get with the program. And still, the congregation said, stone them with stones. Oh, can you imagine? And the Lord said to Moses, how long will these people reject me? And how long will they not believe me with all the signs which I have performed among them? Oh, I can just hear God's frustration, God's heartache over this. It's a terrible thing when all people do is complain, and anything you do, they find something to complain about. In fact, I have a story for you. There was an older gentleman, went to the same restaurant week after week, month after month, year after year, and he always ordered 2 eggs, one over easy, one scrambled, fresh squeezed orange juice, and coffee. And toast. Well, the waitress would bring to him, and she always tried to do her best, and he'd say, oh, the toast is not quite done enough today. What's the matter with you? The next day, how is everything? The coffee. You call that coffee? So the next day she tried even harder. Then it was the juice. Oh, it wasn't strained right. Every day something to complain about. Well, it wore one waitress down. So a new waitress had come on the scene, and she says, I know how to do it perfect for him. He'll have nothing to complain about. So she strained that orange juice. She baked the toast to perfection. The coffee was just the right temperature. The eggs were done very carefully. She carefully scrambled one, and she did the one over easy. Everything was impeccable. So she brings it to him. She sets it down in front of him, and he looks at it. She says, well, how is it? He says, you scrambled the wrong egg. You scrambled the wrong egg. You know, there are some people you just can't please, and it's almost futile to try. And let us not be complainers, but doers of the word, my dear friends. Let's not complain about anything, for we have much to be thankful for. And even if it got down to where we had absolutely nothing and we're out in the cold, we still have the Lord guiding us, and we have to trust in His promises. Let's not be like the children of Israel and find complaint in every little thing when things start going south for us, sour for us, whether it be facing a grave illness, shortage of food, homelessness, whatever it is, the death of a loved one. God's going to be with you the same as He is during the good. God is with us all the time, and we have to trust in His timing. Let us not be constant complainers. All right, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed that devotion today. I know I enjoyed bringing it to you. Now, we talked about memorizing scriptures. And I thought a good one to put to memory would be Psalms 27, 13 through 14. And it says, I would have lost heart if I had not believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and He shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Now, as you can tell, I haven't memorized the second half. I know the first. I would have lost heart if I had not believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Now, I got to work on the very second little pieces of that. But I thought that would be a good place for us to start. This verse especially touched my heart when I first come across it. I would have lost heart if I had not seen the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Because, let's face it, if you look around and all we see is evil constantly and we can't see the light anywhere, that would be very discouraging and very disheartening. So that meant a lot to me. And as you can tell, will be working on the second half of that. So what we need to do, write that verse out 5 to 10 times every day this week. Read it aloud 10 times and then write it out 5 to 10 times. And we'll see where we're at the end of the week. And then once we get that one down under our belt of truth, so to speak, then we can move on to learning the 23rd Psalm. All right, so how many of you are joining in on this? I hope a lot of you will choose to start putting the scriptures to memory. And it's a wonderful thing. It does something for your soul that is amazing. I think often of the ones that I've already memorized, and oh my goodness, what joy and strength, that spiritual bank that I can draw from each and every day is amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, and one more thing. When we study the Bible, who, what, where, when, why, and how are the 5 things. And who is speaking? Who is this about? Who are the main characters? What is the subject or event covered? Where did or when did this happen? And where was it said? When did or will something happen to someone in particular? Why is something being said or mentioned? Why or would this happen? Why at this time or to this person? How will it happen? How will it be done? How is it illustrated? So it's who, what, when, why, how are the 5. So once we incorporate this method in our Bible study, and I will review a little bit of it each day. Let's start with who is speaking, who this is about, and who are the main characters. As you're reading today or for tomorrow, think about who is speaking, who is it about, what are the main characters. Okay? I'm glad you decided to join in on with this. Okay, let's back that up. Okay. I am glad that you joined in with me on this. Oh my goodness, I did it. Okay. Whew. Now, This is Suzanne on God Crochet and Chatter. I'm so blessed to have you here with me, spending your precious time a little bit with me every day, learning of God's Word. As always, may the Lord bless and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace, my dear, dear friends. All right, everybody, Lord willing, I will see you tomorrow on God Crochet and Chatter.